Hi guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. Today I want to give you an update on my experiences with the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, what I'm liking about it, what I'm not liking about it, how it's wearing for me, and when I'm using it. So I will go ahead and jump in. So I already did my eyebrows off camera using Eco Brow, and now I'm going to go in with the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I have the color Selena, and get my hair out of the way and I will show you what this looks like. It's been really cold here in Denver. It's been snowing for a few days, school is closed, and so I'm just in like thermal clothing. I'm gonna wear a sweatshirt on top of this, but so this is the Ilia True Skin. It's a nice glass container, which I really like, and make sure I don't have it upside down for you. Hopefully you can see that. Selena, it's like SF5 as well. So I'm going to shake it with natural foundations. You need to shake it to disperse the color evenly, although this one looks pretty good in the bottle. I noticed some other foundations kind of separate, but I shake it to be sure I've got it mixed up. The top is plastic. Somewhere along the way, I don't even remember dropping it, but it did crack. I don't know if you can see that. So it doesn't stay on as well anymore. So for travel, that could be an issue, but otherwise it really doesn't matter. It has this nice pump top, and I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand here. It's pretty watery. I don't know if it's watery. It doesn't seem to, the first ingredient is aloe. So I guess what I should say is it's really thin. So for me, the best way to apply it is with a brush, like just a thick, dense brush. I like to use this Real Techniques brush. It's not expensive at all. First, I'm gonna dab this all over my face. And then I'm just gonna go in with the brush and spread it around. I find that using a beauty blender doesn't really work well with this foundation because the foundation is so thin and runny that when I use the beauty blender, it just absorbs it. And I get very little coverage on my face as a result. So it just seems wasteful. I feel like a beauty blender works better for some other foundations that are thicker. I use a beauty blender, excuse me, I have a cold, which you probably can tell and hear in my voice. Anyway, I do use a beauty blender, but not with this product. So you can see it went on nicely, pretty evenly. It's a pretty good match for me. I think color-wise, it's a little warmer than I tend to go. This is a beautiful finish. It really gives a lighter coverage. I have some discoloration on my cheeks, a little blemish here. I'm gonna go in with a second coat so you can see what that coverage is like. I'm just shaking again. I probably don't even need to, I don't know. Better to be safe than sorry. Always bring it down my neck a little bit. I finished putting my makeup on. It's been a few minutes. I've put on my beautiful LL Bean pullover to roam about my day, and I wanted to give you some more thoughts on the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. I don't know if you can see all around my nose and mouth area where I'm dry from having a cold and blowing my nose. The foundation is really sitting on top of it, and actually I think making it look worse. It's showing a lot of texture in my cheeks as well. It's making it, I feel like my pores look really big and noticeable, but this is just really unsightly. It didn't really set down either. The rest of my face is normal. It's not oily at all, but it's not particularly dry right now either. So it never really set down fully for me. I don't like to feel any kind of tag or moisture on my skin when I touch it. I don't want to feel like there's going to be a lot of transfer. So I went ahead and powdered on top of this foundation with my 100% pure bamboo blur powder. And that's my favorite powder right now. So as far as this foundation goes, it's medium coverage, definitely. It's not full coverage. You know, you can still see plenty of discoloration on my cheek and some imperfections here and there. My biggest issue is how it sits on the skin. You would think with the name Serum Foundation, it would be really just melding into your skin. And there are, I think, millions of fans of this foundation that this is their favorite, and it's just not mine. It sits on the dry patches, so I feel like if you have normal or even a little more oily skin, this is a better fit. The foundation does have some great qualities about it. Ilia is a great company. This is 100% natural, the 100% natural dyes. I don't know exactly where they're from. It's not fruit pigmented like the 100% pure, but it is 100% natural dyes. It's gluten-free, which is great for people who have celiac or gluten sensitivities. It's non-comedogenic. It's supposed to be skincare as well as coverage. I'm not sure what the benefits are. I know the first ingredient is aloe, which would be soothing for the skin. I know it has squalene in it, which is basically fats like our skin cells have. So that would hold in moisture, which could be why for me it doesn't really set. Maybe it sits on my skin more like an oil would do. And then it also has mastic in it, which is sort of like a gummy substance that's used in resins and things. It's a natural substance, obviously. So I guess that's maybe what keeps some of the consistency together so it doesn't break apart. As far as how this wears on my skin, I feel like it already settled into the creases here around my mouth even before I finished doing my whole makeup. And it will break apart around my mouth for me during the day. It is vegan and cruelty-free, which are other great things. And maybe I'm being a little bit hard on it because it is a natural foundation and you can only expect so much. So the fact that it breaks apart, I wouldn't really hold against it too much. But it's just not my favorite foundation. I wanted to love it more than I do. I will use it up and continue to use it. And I've also found with lots of products that I use, I go through periods of time enjoying products more than others. So now maybe that I'm heading into another season, which is winter, I will like it better, but I don't see that happening because, as I just said, it really sticks to dry patches. So I would think the time that I was gonna love it was summer. I do prefer to use cream products on this, with this foundation as well. So like today, I used a cream blush and a cream bronzer, and then I set it with the powder and used a powder highlighter on top of that. I'll probably keep you posted on this one and updated as I find other ways that I enjoy using it. It could also be that, as I mentioned earlier, I have my skincare on already and it wasn't a particularly moisturizing skincare. It was just a SPF with some moisture in it. So what I put on under this foundation could definitely make a difference. This foundation is probably great for everyday use when you want to look a little more natural, when you're not going for the perfect skin look, when you just want a little bit of coverage and want to leave the house looking, still nice. So that's where I would put it in my routine, is on a day-to-day running errands kind of thing, and save maybe some of the other foundations for when I want a more flawless look. And understand that I will probably need to touch this up once a few hours have passed because it will break apart and wear off around my mouth and chin and nose area. Editing Allison here. I just wanted to add that for me, I probably would prefer a tinted moisturizer over this foundation, or a tinted SPF like the Suntegrity is fantastic. And even the Drunk Elephant Tinted Umbra I prefer. I just don't know why someone would prefer this foundation over just a tinted moisturizer or tinted SPF, because the coverage really isn't that much more on this one, or I don't even think it is more, especially than the tinted SPFs. Anyway, I just had to add that in. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me to know what you guys like, when I'm doing a good job and providing some helpful information. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to read them below. And I will put a link to this foundation and everything else that I'm wearing in this video in the description below. So have a great day and make sure to find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.